Happy Thursday, everybody. It's Richie V. Good morning. So, this morning I woke up, and I don't know how many of you woke up, but I woke up like tired, and time for some reason is like really quick today. Like what felt like forever all of a sudden is like not so much. And this video is about two things. One, the shifting of the clocks. They say they do that for the farmers and blah, blah, blah. And you can blurb scientific, all that stuff that you want. But when the plant is growing, the plant isn't growing on a clock system. Remember that. The plant grows when the plant is growing, like just FYI. But what I started to realize is it actually screws up our computer system. And for some reason, it never used to affect me. But now with all this awareness, it's like, I see what this is. It's a mechanism to kind of keep your body from calming down and adjusting. When you're waking up now, all of a sudden you wake up and it's sunlight out, and for the last couple of days I keep feeling like I've slept too late or I've overslept, I've missed my morning, and then look at the clock and I'm like, oh, it's a 6:45 in the morning. It's not even that late. But what am I waking up doing? I'm waking up fearing. Do you see the mechanism there? And then when the clocks go forward, we do sleep in late because we finally adjusted. So that's just a little food for thought, like a little cookie to chew on this morning when you're like, why am I so off? You're off because of the clock. Talk. That shit's gonna go. That's gonna be one of the first things that's gonna get wiped out. It's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. The second thing I want to talk about, all of us that have gone through our ascension and our awakening and are trying to awaken the rest of humanity. When I was going through my early stages and I was getting all this information, and it comes through very technologically scientific because I'm an open channel. So when they come through, I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I actually tell them, talk to me like a child, because if you want me to help others and awaken others, I got to talk to them like a child. And I notice it even in my videos. They're like, you need to just be you. And I'm like, well, if I need to just be me, we need to explain it like we're talking to a child. Like the brain has to be reprogrammed. The computer system has to be reprogrammed. The heart has to open up. All of these words, and this is nothing against anything that anybody else is posting. And there's been some videos where they talk like I do, just chill and like, yeah, like I get what you're saying. And then some of these other videos, and I just watched one, and I had to stop it because some of the stuff, I'm always like, what is that? What is that? And I know what I am. I'm an originator. I'm a starlighter. And if you don't know what that is, you can look it up, but I think you're going to understand it. A starlighter, an originator. It took me a long time to come into acceptance of that because I was like, how could that be? How could that be? How could that be? And then when all my deletion happened and all my programming came through, which was a big step to say, you can erase all those memories because it's really fear. That was fear that kept me there. And then as soon as I did it, it was like, just like that. Just like that. You ever see one of them glitch out on TV? That's literally what it felt like. And then all this knowledge came back and I'm like, wow. But the reason why I'm posting this is because we're all on different journeys. We're also all different frequencies. We're all striving in ascensions in different ways. It's not just the planet that's shifting. It's not Mother Gaia. It's not her soul energy. About 2 months ago, I had gotten, maybe even before that, when I was still climbing the ladder of how powerful am I and how above everybody else can I feel. In reality, that's a program here. We're not even going to mention the society formatting that if you go to a place of worship and you have to pay for it to get closer to God, isn't that off? That's just not right. Come on, guys. But I had said to myself one day, and I've always gotten these tidbits of knowledge, and then I used to remove them. Because I'm like, how could I be aware of that? Ugh, I'm just human, blah, 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 blah. I'm just this. And according to everybody else, like, I'm supposed to stay there. And it came flooding over me because when I started waking up, I got all this information and I'm like, holy fuck, I've been trapped here. And I shared it with people that were in my spiritual journey at the time. And they're like, you're not trapped here. You're just angry. And that's why you keep coming back. And I'm like, that doesn't feel right. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right for you. Maybe you're just not there yet. Maybe it's just, you know what you know. You have to embrace that there are things that you know what you know, and you need to bring that forward, which is why they finally said, you're protected. The shield is gone. We can come through finally. Like all this stuff. Because I kept saying, why are you guys have not coming here yet? And they're like, because there's been a shield around the planet. We can't break through. You guys are breaking it through. You're bringing the light energy down. And then one day I was driving and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, the shield has cracked. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, and then I saw it come through on a feed on YouTube. And I'm like, holy fuck. And those little synchronicities, are what made me realize, shit, I'm getting all this information really fast. And I was sharing it with certain people, and they spin it, and some don't even realize that they're caught under what I call the hijacked ascension, because I experienced that, and legit, that shit's real. That shit's real. They hijack. Like, they hijack. If you believe in all this stuff and you're seeing this video, they hijack it. And there's a reason why they want us to just think we're just, I call it a meat bag. No, it's a meat bag. It's a fucking meat bag, okay? And not in a bad way, but it is legit a meat bag. Like, you know, and I use that terminology because that's what we are. We're cattle. We're just cattle. And we're not supposed to be cattle. This was a vacation planet. And that's what I was saying. That's what came over me. This was a vacation planet, and souls, like the energies come here. Because remember also, what we call souls, others call chi. I also call it a battery. And there's a lot of other stuff that I'm aware of that I am no longer going to run from because somebody else says you're not right. Well, it keeps coming into me. So if it's coming into me, I'm supposed to share that. And I kept saying, I think it's a vacation planet. And the energies are coming here to experience, not realizing that when they move on to go back home or back wherever, they're not going back. And they're not aware of that. So it's kind of like, here's a beautiful place. Come visit it. It's a paradise island. Blah, 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 blah. Like The Witch with the Apple and Snow White. Remember that movie? Yeah, we all do. Look, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. You want to eat it, and you eat it. You're like, ah. And then you get stuck here and you forget everything. Okay? Now, part of this is part of the ascension to help the planet move forward, a master plan. Sometimes you have to sacrifice millions of years, which is here. Up there, it's not like this. Out there, in between, seen and unseen, it's not like this. But, watched the video yesterday. I had forgotten, even I had become aware of that 3-4 months ago. And then there it was. And I'm like, oh fuck, I was right. And what does that do? It just tells me I gotta bring this information in at this point. Like, you know, death is a fear device. It's a fear device. It's just this goes bye-bye. This goes bye-bye. But remember, this universe is an experience. You can be like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's an experience. Vacations are an experience. So what this brings me to is all these big words that are coming through. All of humanity, the collective consciousness is blah, 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 blah. That's great, because that is how it comes through. But we're talking to people that are starting to awaken. And their brain is so scrambled, their hard drive is so malwared. You know what those words are. Those words are like rubber band. They're fear-activating words. They're programmed into us. Whether you realize it or not, they're programmed into us. So we need to start talking to everybody like they're a child, because our ego is an inner child. And that's the other thing that kept coming over me. I'm like, why am I leaving my ego? Why am I leaving my ego? They're like, you're not leaving your ego. You're moving your ego to the background. Your ego is an inner child that needs to be nurtured and cared for. It's part of the experience, okay? And ego You know what? That's going to be a video for a different time. That's literally what they're saying right now. Du so chokul mo hakado boy at the kasir manyan rokotul chil roako moyen at Osaka. That apparently was to just give you a little sense of calm if you're watching this video. I can actually feel that all up in here. And I can translate all of this stuff. And it doesn't all translate, but I can translate all of it. But to my other light workers out there, bringers of light, any other starlighters out there, we need to speak to humanity like children. We have to dumb it down because we ask for it dumbed down. And we can't forget on our ascension journey that there are those that are still tadpoles. We may be becoming cosmic frogs and all that amazing stuff. I'm just using that as a comparison. And I'm very intellectual. I can use humongous old words, and I make my own words. And everyone's like, what does that word mean? And I'm like, it's a combo of these. Oh, I like that. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm breaking the mold on language as well. And we have to remember, one, trying to wake them up. Thank you. My awareness is happening more and more on a regular basis. And when I see it over there, I'm like, hi. And they're basically saying, thank you. Thank you for, one, being courageous. Two, for being the person to remind everybody to still be human. As much as we want to run from humanity because of everything that's gone on. If somebody came at you throwing bricks, I'm loving this analogy that's coming through. What is your instinct going to do? Oh my God! Somebody comes at you with a beautiful crystal and says, hey, let's talk about this. This is what's going on. There's a huge difference. We want to shock humanity awake 100%. But as I'm helping my other half go through their awakening, because they've been adamant, he has to wake up, he has to wake up, he has to wake up. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose all this innocence. He might not want to be with me. They were like, no, honey, you're helping him. You're easing him into it. That's what we're here to do. Ease humanity into their awakening, not slam them. Wake up, wake up. No. My experience being forced into an awakening like that, not okay. We need to start emitting an awakening frequency. We could do that. You can do a lot more than you all realize still. Yeah. So, wow. What that feels like right here, it's not a here. It's legit a here. And then it's here. Here. It goes from, comes through, out, here, wow, and then here. And this is just a small amount that humanity knows about. And yes, some know about the ones that go up here. But then there are those that go here, and here, and here. And then there are those that go here, the in-between unseen space. Remember, guys, you gotta dumb it down. You gotta dumb it down. Yeah, we are all aware of what you're saying. Do you know how long it took me to get there, though, listening to what you all were saying? Rubber banding back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's not gonna help the collective. And what collective means is just a thought process. The collective. Break it down. The collective mindset will make others think a Borg, assimilation, which are words that are going to ignite that fear mechanism that's programmed inside of everybody, whether it be through injections, TV, radio, societal programming. You have to remember to use certain words that aren't going to alert more fear into others. You have to break it down. Please break it down out there. Keep it simple. You gotta keep it simple. Yeah, I'm a master conduit. It took me forever to understand that, because every time I searched outside of myself for the answer, it's this, it's that. A master conduit, master open device. It's video games, toys. I'm actually they want me using my toys to speak to people's child side, to say, hey, let's get rid of all this crap. Yeah, that 9-to-5 job, it is bullshit. There's a reason why you keep feeling like it's bullshit, because it's fucking bullshit. It's just to drain our battery energy, our soul, our chi, our prana, our mana. You know, that's what it's doing. That's exactly what it's doing. But we have to remember, as leaders, as builders, as creators, as lighters, to speak to humanity as children. These words are confusing them too much. And when you look around, yes, you may be judging they're asleep, but how do you want to help them wake up? That's what you need to ask yourself today. It's no longer about slamming it in their face. We need to ease them into awareness. We want to take as many as possible and not create more fear in the process. Do you understand? Talk to their inner child. Let's be their way showers. Let's hold that light. Let's show them it's not so scary to heal those wounds. We got this. But let's not lose the perspective of what we're doing. Please. And if you are just awakening to this, please keep watching more videos. And you're going to start to see that collective shift. Because if it's coming to me at this point that it's got to get out there, that we have to speak to humanity, that means what's coming next year is going to be even more than what most of us light bearers are aware of. Yeah. It's coming, and it's not stopping at this point. But the first thing to anybody out there is death does not exist. It's just this. And these are meant to live a lot longer. So when you hear somebody going, humans are living too long, which I heard this week, I used to go, yeah, they are. Fuck that shit. That's because I can't even get it out fast enough. That's because of how society is set up. Draining resources because we're programmed to think there's not enough. Programmed. Today, I step into the leadership that I know I'm supposed to have. Keep going out there. Keep it going out there. Nothing is coincidences. Nothing. You stumble on a video, there's a reason. If something doesn't feel right, turn that video off. If somebody's resonating and it doesn't feel right, turn their volume down. It's a lot more simple than what it's coming through as. I love you all. Please donate to a charity. You know, the universe is good to me. God is good to me. And they're asking to stop referring to it as the Matrix. Start referring to it as the grand misleading. I like that. I like that. Times are changing. Synchronistic awareness. Yeah. All right. Love you guys. Mwah.